Hello everybody, welcome back to Peachy Disc Golf. Chris here with another solo video. I'm up here in Clinton, Tennessee at a course I've never played before, and we are going to be trying out Doomsday Discs. Let's get right into it. Oh my God. All right, this intro has been an absolute nightmare to record. I ran through the whole thing earlier, forgot to hit the record button, so that was fun. Just had my camera fall on me. It's been a struggle, but here we go. So today I'm here at Carden Farm Park in Clinton, Tennessee, and I am going to be trying out this stack of 5 discs from Doomsday Discs that I just picked up. First off, I have 2 normal discs in their lineup. We're going to be trying out the Bleak. This is just a standard beadless putter, kind of deep, feels similar to a P2 or maybe an AVR. Feels fine in the hand, should putt like a putter, so we're going to try that out. Then we also have the Flat Earth in their premium plastic. This plastic I'm not a huge fan of. It leaves a lot of like weird fingerprints on the plastic, and also the bottom here, when I'm holding it with a power grip, it's a little sharp there, so it feels a little uncomfortable. A good bit of flashing on the rim as well, so we'll see how it feels though when I'm throwing it. This is supposed to just be a straight to slightly understable mid-range. We'll see how it flies. On the other hand, the discs that I'm really looking forward to using are going to be these 3 discs from their munitions line, which is their line of experimental discs. I'm sure you've seen these online at this point. First off, we have the Landmine here. This is a very strange feeling disc. You can sort of see from its profile, it's just only right angles. It reminds me of like that time Kang and I did a Polecat only round. It reminds me of the DX Polecat, but honestly, this disc feels a little more comfortable in the hand. I can actually get a good power grip on this disc because the rim is a good deal thicker. It feels pretty nice, honestly. So I'm actually pretty pumped to throw this to see how it flies. I'll have the numbers for all of these discs down below. This is just like a 2-speed putter. Should be interesting. One other note about this disc is its sheer size. So I have my Neutron Envy here, and just to give you a quick comparison, you can see that this disc is a good deal bigger than your standard putters. So looking forward to trying it out. We'll see how it flies. Next up, we have the Frag, and this disc, you can sort of tell by its profile, looks and feels like a slower, deeper tilt. So I imagine that this disc is going to be incredibly overstable, which might be useful because it is pretty windy out here today. It's definitely significantly deeper than the tilt, so I don't think it's as comfortable. I actually like the way the tilt feels in the hand with that fairway driver profile, but because this is like a rubber, it's like a rubbery blend of plastic, because of that, this actually still feels pretty nice in the hand. It sort of has a weird spongy feel because of how soft the plastic is, so we'll see. Pretty interested in trying that out as well. And the disc that I'm most looking forward to trying is this. This is the Bunker Buster. This is a slightly understable 7-speed fairway driver, I believe. Nice feeling premium plastic this time. Not much flashing. The bottom of the rim feels great in the hand. Hand feel wise, this feels really nice, but this disc is not PDGA legal, and that is probably due to its size. So here we have my Envy again, and you can see just how much bigger this disc is in comparison. So in the hands, the grip wise, it feels great, but you can sort of feel it weighing down because of how much larger it is. I imagine this is going to be pretty flippy just by the way it's shaped, but we'll see. Maybe it'll hold the line pretty good or actually have some fight at the end. Really looking forward to trying this disc out. But yeah, so again, I've never played this course before. It is cold, it is windy, as you could probably tell, so this is probably going to be a bit of a struggle, but let's head to hole 1 and try these discs out. All right, so hole 1 here is kind of a questionable hole. It looks like you're supposed to throw it sort of over the road and then bend off to the right along this tree line. Seems questionable, so instead I'm going to play it to the practice basket near the parking lot. You can sort of see my blue car in the background there. The basket is sort of straight in front of that. Yeah, we're going to treat that as a par 3. The normal hole is 385 feet as a par 3 for the short basket, and yeah, I don't think we're going to do that. We're going to play it to this white basket here. We're going to start off with the 2 normal discs, so I'm going to be using the Flat Earth first, and then I'll also try testing out the Bleak to see how it flies, but there's a bit of a headwind right now as well. I imagine both of these, honestly, they're probably gonna flip over, so we'll see how it goes. All right, so we're starting with the Flat Earth here first. Yep, that turned way over. to the right. Not in the road, but not gonna be a great throw from there. Try the Bleak next. A lot of glide, but it just stayed up in the air. Neither of those are great. The answer is to rip the Frag as hard as we can. Let's see if we can get something going, or is this just gonna, I imagine this is just going straight into the woods on the left. Yep, that's a tilt. That's a tilt. All right, so decent distance with the flat earth, even though it completely burned over. Not too far to go from here. Let's just get this up to the basket for an easy par. Oh wow, that's got a nice flight actually. Nice, that's like a 15-foot putt there. That held nice and straight. It started to turn a little bit, but not too much. And then nice gentle fade to the basket. Wow, in these calmer conditions, there's just a lot of wind up over the hill, but down here in the valley, calmer conditions, pretty good flight. Not too bad here on our approach. We're gonna putt with the Bleak first. So let's try to make this putt for par. Nice. Yeah, I can see the actual pins are behind us. I'll show you here. Kind of a weird hole design, if you ask me. So the tee pad is up there. I guess the play is to throw a forehand along the road into this opening here. So the short basket is here. Long basket is over here. Kind of a weird hole. Hole 2 here is 290 feet, par 3. You can see the tiny gap we have to make it through into this grove of trees over here with the bridge. So that's what I'm going to be throwing at first with the flat earth here. All right, well, I missed the gap as I expected, but honestly, that flight was very straight. It was pretty nice in this tailwind. It's not gonna flip over that easily. So yeah, for a lower arm speed player like me, honestly, that's a pretty nice flight. Just because this hole's so pretty. One more disc. We're gonna try the bunker buster, especially because it's a tailwind right now. I don't wanna lose this in a headwind when we get to the later holes. So let's see how it flies. Oh, wow. Oh, that's way up there. I didn't hit the gap at all, but that just stayed in the air because of how big it is. I threw it low and it just sort of kept going down and down and down, sneaking past some trees, and we're gonna have a little jump putt approach from there. At least we have a clearing here from the flat earth, sort of. Not a great one. Go with the little chip approach with the Bleak. Uh-oh. Might be taking a bogey on this one. All right, look at this. The bunker buster. What a great drive. We're like just outside the circle. It's very uphill. We're gonna try it with the landmine. We do have some trees in the way, so we'll have to do a little turnover landmine putt. Oh no. Oops. That does feel very strange to putt with, but I am excited to try throwing it. All right, circle one look. Uphill. This tree on the left is in the way though. Good run. We would have gotten par there. And unfortunately, taken a bogey on our first throw. Hole 3, red basket, it's 272 feet. It's a par 3. I don't see it, but on this little map that they have here, it looks like it's down and to the left. So I guess we're just gonna throw under this overhanging branch and have it slightly fade. Going a little downhill, but it's a long hole for sure. So the bunker buster again. Uh-oh. Very understable and not very much distance. Oof. Let's also try out the landmine as a throwing putter. Oh, too high. Ooh. That felt a lot better than I was expecting as a throwing putter. I'm excited to try that some more. All right, we have another weird hole here. This had potential to be like a really cool hole if it was sort of like a nice little bend off to the left, but it's like behind these brambles here. But a great opportunity to try the frag. Basically, I'm gonna be aiming for this power pole and just seeing where this fades. Hopefully I can get it far enough because this thing just turns immediately out of your hands. Well, if that cut rolls, that's gonna be bad, but that's about where I was hoping it would start bending in, so we'll see. Oh, not too bad. Doesn't look like it rolled. I think because it has that more rubbery material, it probably is prone to just sitting. Kind of awkward stance, but I have this tree right on my arm. That's the only, if I didn't have that, this would actually be a pretty routine putt. But short should make this. Putting with the Landmine. Oof. Alrighty, yeah. I think because it's so flexible, it just sits. All right, hole 4, 402 feet, par 3, flat shot, dog park off to the right here. So I don't want to have discs, go in there, have to retrieve those. I'm sure it's out of bounds. I guess it's not technically listed as such on the sign. River and trees off to the left, so you don't want to fade that way. We're going with the bunker buster again, giving it a chance at redemption. We do have a headwind though, so there's a chance that this flips over. Yep, right into the dog park fence. Let's try going with a long bomb with the Landmine as well and see how it holds up to this headwind also. Well, it went right, but it didn't turn over. That was actually more of a grip lock really to the right. It held pretty straight. It doesn't go that far, but it stays in the air pretty nice. That could be a solid approach disc. All right, one more throw. Just with the flat earth, back to the normal feeling discs. Give it a chance to see how it looks. Wow. Yeah, a little flip up. That was a really good throw, form-wise for me. I had a nice little flip up to flat and then just kept going straight. Not even that much fade at the end either. I did throw it low, but that could be a solid disc for someone. All right, we got a wide open shot to the basket from here. Go with the bunker buster again. Still ripping headwind. Try to be a little smoother. I think I've been trying to force this one. Nope, don't throw this in a headwind. The disc you do want to throw in a headwind is the Frag. Well, it doesn't go far, but you could see it doesn't skip far either. Going with the Landmine here. Put a little hyzer on it. I do think I trust this more than the bunker buster, but we'll see. Still have a headwind. That's not going very far. Oh man, just because it's annoying. I have a Doombird 4 here. I've been wanting to try it out. Let's just see how far I can get it. I've heard these are beefy. Something to actually throw in the headwind. Feels nice throwing a real disc. All right, we're finally done with this hole. Ugh. This hole is 400 feet as a par 3. It's not doable for my arm speed by any means, but in this headwind with these discs, not even a chance. Hole 5 here, a technical little hole here. 250 feet, it's par 3. Very tight tunnel all the way down for the short basket here. The basket's gonna be off to the left, just sort of past this little opening here. You could also really challenge yourself here with a par 4 that's 400 feet for the long pin. That would be very tricky. I'm gonna try out multiple discs here. Let's try the Landmine. The hard part is this leaning tree is like right where you want to go. I guess you probably just want to sort of have a little hyzer flip action here. Nope, too high. Okay, this is probably the best disc for it, honestly, the Flat Earth. Gotta keep these low. I'm throwing way too high. From the Flat Earth, we have a decent approach for the Frag. Well, that's the opening at least. The basket is to the left of that. Try a little hyzer with this. Not bad, I like that mid-range. Try one more shot with the Landmine. As a throwing putter and approach disc, the Landmine honestly feels nice. Have a pretty nice grouping of approaches here. The Frag was the worst one. Oh, it just snuck it in. Putting with the Landmine is definitely interesting, but it's not the worst feeling disc in the world, that's for sure. That would belong to the Frag. Maybe not. It's kind of nice. Last hole of the course, hole 6, 267 feet for the short pin, par 3. You can see we have a nice little gap we have to hit, and the basket is going to be tucked off to the left just past that those couple guardian trees up there. So pretty nice hole, actually, a nice finishing hole. And we're gonna empty the bag like we've been doing in these solo videos. So, all right, Bleak, first up. All right, that's in the gap. Nice throw. Next up, we have the Flat Earth. Oh no, I threw it too left. Oh, that was gonna carry though. Very straight disc. It did have a bit of fade here in this tailwind, but I do think I released it a little on hyzer. Obviously shanked it way left. On to the crazy discs. We're gonna start with my least favorite, the Frag. It does not matter how much anhyzer you put on this, it just fades and falls straight into the ground. All right, and on to my two favorites. Starting with the Landmine here. Once it stops gliding, it just falls straight down. But honestly, that holds, I put a little hyzer on that. It held the hyzer, it didn't really flip up much, and it doesn't fade very hard. It just goes nice and straight. And last up, the Bunker Buster. Let's go hyzer flip into the gap, fade to the basket. Oh, that was really close. I think it was just a little short. So I think we're caught up in the bushes just past. That was almost a perfect drive though. I'm sure to no one's surprise, the best throw was the Bleak. This is a pretty solid putter for both throwing and putting. Going with the Landmine approach here. Not very far, so just need a little hyzer chip. And we'll close out here with a par. All right, so I'm all finished up testing these Doomsday discs out. Real quick, I'll tell you what I think of them. The Bleak is honestly a solid putter. It flies perfectly straight, feels good in the hand putting wise. Plastic, this is a baseline plastic, but it's all right. The Flat Earth, I'd be interested in trying out some more, maybe back at home on a course that I know. It does seem like it goes straight, but it can get a little squirrely if you throw it with a little more arm speed. It'll flip up a little bit, and definitely not a disc I would trust in the wind. Plastic wise, it doesn't feel great in the hand for me, so that's sort of another knock on it. Definitely not going in the bag or anything. Honestly, none of these discs, to anyone, I'm sure to no one's surprise, are making it in the bag, but you know, Flat Earth could be a solid mid-range. Definitely worth trying out if you get your hands on one. For the weird discs here, the Frag is an absolute, it's not even a meat hook. I feel like a meat hook would go straight and then have a heavy fade. This just goes up and then just comes down. It can be a decent utility disc. It's not going in my bag at all. I didn't throw this upside down. Let's do that real quick. It's got a weird feeling, just like with the tilt, it sort of hurts your thumb, but because of that rubber blend, not quite as much. All right, so there you have the Frag. Again, I mean, that was fine, but not making the bag. Definitely not something I need. These two discs are fun. The Landmine honestly feels pretty nice in the hand. It feels nice to throw. It goes straight. It's slow. It's very easy to control your speed with, because you could throw it hard and it's not gonna go far. It just goes nice and straight, and then once it slows down, falls straight out of the sky. I kind of like that. It's not making the bag, but I mean, if you're bagging this, I'm not gonna judge you. And then the Bunker Buster, obviously you can't have this in the bag, but it is very flippy. It's fun though. It has so much glide because of how big it is. It just stays in the air for a long time. Really fun to throw. I could see myself bringing this out to like some open courses like Chattahoochee Point or something and just giving it a toss in a calm day, see how far I can get it to go. But that's gonna be it for my 6-hole challenge here at Carden Farm Park. Not my favorite course by any means, but I had fun testing out these really, really strange discs. I really want to see if I can get some of my other friends to try out these discs. So let me know down in the comments, who from our Peachy fam would you like to see try out these Doomsday Discs next? Maybe we'll get a video with some of them put together as well and see if they also struggle with these discs as much as I did. But it's a lot of fun. They were definitely fun discs to try out. And it's interesting, you know, having a company do something a little different, try to be more experimental with disc golf. So that's definitely not a bad thing. But that's gonna be it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, I'd greatly appreciate it if you'd consider subscribing to the channel. Also, if you enjoyed watching this challenge, be sure to give it a thumbs up and ring that notification bell so you can be notified when our next episode comes out. Until next time, guys, cheers.